he's exiting and climbing the rise, and there's a car in the air, and it's Drybreath. Massive barrel roll for Phil Drybreath. Matty Graham in the barriers as well. And Drybreath's car in the background as Matty Graham comes to a halt against the barriers. Here, Drybreath in the middle of these GT4s runs over the back and then lands on the front of the Macmillan Motorsport GT4 car. Matty Graham, a passenger down the barriers, but if Phil Drybreath ever has a bigger crash than that, more violent crash than that, I'm not sure I want to be around to see it.
Replay. So it's all going to build up. Bentley's on the inside of the Aston. Oh, that's hard from that angle. It looks like Glyn thinks he's clear of the car, and you see the impact there. It's huge, huge impact, and that's a re-profile corner, Westfield. It used to be even faster with even less runoff. So, yeah.
So here it is, Van der Ende to the outside, and the KTM just moves across. Tries to, I was going to say, tries to go for the line, but actually it was way out wide anyway. So Lauren Krahammer moves across, contact made, and the McLaren through the gravel. There's just no stopping power. Up the barrier.
I do not know.
It's a kid, he's going to go off. He's going to hit the wall. It's rolled over. Oh, it's a big shunt. That didn't look like it was going to be as big as that, but that was huge. He just lost it. It went the other way.
With Jake Cowan starting to check out now. New fast lap of the race. I think now it's gone to possibly Cowan. Oh, goodness me! Oh, goodness me. That is a huge accident.
The top two, Rackstraw coasts to a halt, and that car may force the safety car. There's a big drama coming out of Druids with somebody having launched.
Is that Abby Eaton? I'm worried it's Abby Eaton.
I was about to suggest it was Angus Whiteside, but either way, so have another look. There's the clip.
Yeah.
And over it goes, and then having hit the ground, it just bounces and bounces.
And Will Burns' incident was completely separate.
That was a pretty long wait for these youngsters. Prio gets away very well indeed from P6 on the grid. He's looking to pass Jewis, and is he going to be able to do it? A little bit of rubbing as they go down. It's all gone off at the back. That is going to be a red flag for sure.
Let's have a look. Oh, bit of contact. Green and Johnson.
Yeah.
But look, oh, Linscott, and then you've got other cars getting involved.
Luke Browning to the inside. Sparks flying there. Bits of bodywork.
But here's the replay. Now watch Loris Hageman's. He didn't do it right this time. He got it wrong again a little bit earlier than we saw from the Lamborghini Gallardo, and then he again just simply a passenger slams. I mean, look at the
big
damage.
difference there, John. He went in more nose first, whereas the Lamborghini went in almost side on.
More speed.
It was Colin McLeod on pole position. He made a decent start. Nick Tandy made a better one, but Linton Stootley went nowhere until Chris Maliapard arrived on the scene and struck him. Maliapard in turn bouncing off the pit wall, the car spinning up the road, and at the end of the lap, out came the safety car boards. Some saw it, some didn't, and Lee Mumford launched himself over the back of Gary Findlay's car and had this horrifying roll. He was okay, but after that, inevitably, the race had to be stopped.
Attacked pretty well from many a mile around here in Formula Ford 1600. He's up to 9th and off the road there at high speed goes the car of Jack Bartholomew. Goes Will Martin. So, yeah, Will Martin off the road up towards Druid today. It's a really interesting angle, this, because Theo Edgerton, you can see, tries to go for that undercut. Will Martin either comes across the road or was tagged across the front of him.
Yeah, I think Will saw him in the mirror starting to go for that move, and so tightened his line. It's not Marshall, that's just...
Pit stop window open, it was number 30. We saw it eventually against the barriers. Was he given a tip? Well, he certainly cut across... That's a far bigger hit than we realised at the time. Was he intending to turn into the pits and the car behind wasn't? I think that's the case.
The Max Wissel using...
Oh! What's that?
I don't know quite. There was a shot from the Olympiakos car.
Oh, that's a huge accident by Chris Vanderdrift. He's gone over the back of the AS Roma car, and that is incredible. That's got to be a red flag.
But let's just see it at real time here. And in fact, that's interesting. Oh, it was a miscommunication, effectively, because AS Roma was moving to the right to let him pass on the left.
Yeah, and here we go.
Oh,
and that's a terrible, terrible accident.
Massive accident, absolutely huge. The car splitting in half, which is what it's designed to do.
They're all banging doors, proper last day's goal. Can't him around off the front of Carl Bordley though, in front of the pack. That is Matthew Wilson and Scott Sumpton. Big damage done as they come down the hill. Others get involved as well. What a terrible way for them to end their season. Got Marshall. That's what's happened then. That's Marshall coming down the hill in the Audi, and then you'll see Matthew Wilson unsighted and bang into the back. So there was contact from Bordley, who had nowhere to go, and he got squeezed by Joe Marshall into...
It hasn't.
No, McLaren still just about hanging on, breathe, and there's contact, and the McLaren is taken off, unfortunately clashing into Dingle. That is disaster for Jota, and that means probably a red flag. In the Audi is gaining behind them. John, take it away.
Well, we don't actually see what happened. That's shocking to see a car hit a barrier and then deflect. Here we go. Now here you can see the Ferrari was squeezed on the left-hand side. McLaren defends.
He's a man in a real hurry now as the leaders accelerate up towards Druids, and Dennis Lynn leads the way. Look at that! Whoa, an enormous accident at Paddock, and that is Robert Volk. Robert Volk off the road, and involved with him is Tom McGregor's Van Diemen. South African has had a monster accident. Here it is. There was contact between him and Thomas McGregor, and Volk cartwheels into the tyres, and that just acts as a spring and bounces him off, and he keeps on bouncing, keeps on rolling, eventually ends up upside down in the gravel, and is confirmed. Safety car will be deployed, and therefore, huge moment in the background as some slow and others don't, and that is Fraser Robertson, who has had a huge moment.
Front slowing down. Look there. Looks like the car was the car that he caught.
It was always the wheel arch, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I have to say, Lewis Plato's going very slowly at the front there. Whether he was unsure of, because there were back...
Quickly as, here's the end of the incident. He's already lost it, and then look, kaboom, does the front, does the back, blimey, airborne as well. That was a very big hit, John.
It was a big hit, and it was right front and right side. It almost got...
Let's have a look. So here he comes. Oh, looks to the inside. Oh, evasive action, I think. Oh, that's a big one.
Big one. But see the Armco and the tyre wall doing exactly their job. That is a